Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to your Smackdown review. So we had a big dream match. Meltzer Magoo's been laying in bed thinking about the dream match all week. NAKAMURPHY and Big John Cena. And they finally had the big match. What happened in it, you probably already know, but I gotta build anticipation for the video. So just sit back and we'll get to that in a moment. We open up with AJ and Kevin Owens again. How many times are they gonna have this match? For God fucking sakes, it happened at the pay-per-view triple threat last week. Then again, we have this, and then there's a rematch planned for SummerSlam. So apparently, this was the finish of this match is the finish that was supposed to happen at Battleground. Oh, okay. So now we shed some light on it. Except now the roles were reversed. It was supposed to be that AJ was supposed to get his shoulder up at the pay-per-view, but the ref didn't see it. So they made like the ref was having problems with his eye. AJ does a victory roll to Owens. Owens has his shoulder up. The ref doesn't see it. And so AJ gets the win. Then he goes backstage, Owens. He starts ripping everything up, and they make Shane the guest referee for the match at the pay-per-view. I guess they got to do something to make it a little different because they've only had this match like 70 times already. And I don't know how you factor Shane McMahon into this. He really hasn't had anything to do with Kevin Owens to make it ironic that he would be the ref. Just Daniel Bryan kind of volunteered him, which kind of felt a little random. Like, it would have been better to, if maybe Shane had more interaction with Owens to maybe, at least make it seem like it fit into the story instead of it just being like Shane would be a good enforcer. Um, I guess it was an okay segment. Owens was pissed off. He showed some emotion. And I will say that as much as I make fun of Owens for him being fat and, for the YWC worshiping him, I do like the guy. I mean, he does show a lot of personality. He is charismatic. He can be funny at times. Then we had the Usos coming out. They mocked the whole New Day shtick, and I liked this. It was actually pretty funny. And I have to say that the Usos like this, I can't believe it. I said this, in my last review when I mentioned them. I cannot even believe that we watched them for so many years yelping like a bunch of goofballs in those stupid lime tights of theirs when we could have been seeing him doing this shtick. This shtick is 10 times better than that stupid ass shtick that they had them doing. The whole, very cookie cutter Samoan routine. Thank God they gave that up and they gave him this heel gimmick because it works for them a lot better. They look like they're genuinely having fun. It doesn't look like they're being tormented into doing something they don't want to do, but doing it anyway because they want a paycheck. I mean, my God, how long were they doing that gimmick for? And it seemed like, all people wanted to do was just go, oos, oh, just to do the response. But other than that, you couldn't really say that this was like an over team. Uh, we had another fashion file segment. Um, you know, Tyler Breeze was looking for Fandango. He was looking for clues. He had a weird dream sequence with one of the Ascension was pouring maple syrup onto a log. It was like a metaphor for something. I don't know what it was. It was bizarre. It was crazy. But the thing is, I've got people telling me that, these segments are just goofy. They're not funny. And the thing is, why I praise them, because at least they show that they're taking some effort. At least it's something different. It's outside the box. If I'm going to watch this show, I'm going to, not just tear it apart, but I'm going to give my input on it. And what I say week after week is effort, and I count this as effort. It might be weird, it might be corny in some ways, and they probably wouldn't have done this thing during the Attitude Era, but it is entertaining stuff, and it would have been worthy of like the Ruthless Aggression Era. Basically, what I'm saying, way better than all the shit that they've been doing recently. At least it stands out, it's memorable, and you watch it and you kind of think about it afterwards, as aside from it going in through one ear and out the other. Aiden English defeated Sami Zayn in like a minute. I was like, what the fuck? So, bitch boy cab driver Sami Zayn loses to Aiden English. Then you had Mike Kanellis and Maria coming out. They do their whole entrance, and then they just mock him really quickly and then leave. Oh, after that, I was just, what? So what, did he like lose the match just so they can mock him? And it was like so short. They like come out there, they do the whole routine just to say like 5 words. Like, what? This is not like how you book a rivalry to really stimulate people's interest in it. This is just like a really weird rivalry. The way how they introduced Mike Bennett, this gimmick is like dead on arrival. It really is. It's like, is it Mike Bennett should have been like a somewhat big acquisition. I mean, he's a popular indie guy. He was, gaining some traction maybe in TNA. Of course, he's another one of those overrated guys. But I used to see that this guy used to generate some heat in Ring of Honor. He does know his way around the microphone. And Maria knows her way around something else. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is they could have handled this guy so much better. But they want to do their own thing with him, which is understandable. But it's not working. This gimmick right here, it's like, it's weird, and Sami Zayn is not the right person to work with. If one person is struggling to get a gimmick over, you used to be able to, have him get with The Undertaker or The Rock, and they would help like catapult that gimmick to the next level and put that guy on the map. But you're just going to give him Sami Zayn. Oh, Sami Zayn's a veteran. He's been on the indies for over 15 years, and we've been hearing this over 15 years argument for a while now. This, okay, so he's a veteran. But I remember that even at the time when some of these wrestlers from the past, they'd have even less time in there. A guy like Hulk Hogan had even less than 15 years, but he was still getting guys like Macho Man over, helping them get over. Having a guy stand next to Sami Zayn is only going to make them look worse. It's not going to help them out. I know that in their sick minds today, this internet YWC pleasing mentality that they have, they're still stuck on it. The traditional fans are, they're starting to win a little bit again with the Raw main event, where we see actually the alpha males once again, like Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar in the main event. Like I said, you look at a main event like Fuckboy Balor and Seth Rollins from last year, and you see a big difference. So, but Sami Zayn and Aiden English, I mean, this guy has proved to be entertaining in the past. But I don't know. I know they had him win a pre-show match at Battleground. I was happy that he beat that overrated fucktard Ty Dillinger. So, but I don't know what they're going to be doing with him. Why did they fire the other guy, Simon Gotch? I'll never understand that. Why did they leave this guy by himself, when they had a good thing going with that team? Becky Lynch and Naomi defeated Carmella and Natalya. And who do you think gets pinned? Who do you think gets pinned? Of course, it's Carmella. Of course. Of course. Why would it be any other girl in the match? Of course, the Money in the Bank winner. I love the shirt that she had on, Free Ellsworth. It just said free with a picture of Ellsworth, like, with a goofy face. And and what happened to Carmella the past couple of weeks? She was so entertaining with Ellsworth there. Then she wasn't even at the pay per view, didn't even make an appearance. I don't know. Now you've got this boring ass women's match planned, Natalia and Naomi, and of course all the cucks out there, all the hardcore YWC cucks are gonna rush and be like, "Oh, Brad, don't say that. Respect women. Promote this match in your video." And I'm not gonna do that because the thing is, this match is just boring. Natalia comes out of nowhere, all of a sudden she's the number one contender. They haven't really done anything with her for years. Like I said, at least have her go back to farting. At least it was memorable. You know, Having Carmella losing in the match, just because she's the Money in the Bank winner. I'll never understand this mentality of why they think it's a good idea to have the Money in the Bank winners and the champions lose all the time. It's like, what about whatever happened to momentum? I repeat that over and over again, but it still perplexes me to this day. Jinder Mahal had an interview backstage, and I can't help it, guys. No matter how much trash people talk about him, this guy's got it down. He has the promo down to a T, the facial expressions. This guy is a champion through and through. And it doesn't matter what Meltzer Magoo is saying that fuckboy Balor should be wrestling NAKAMURPHY at pay-per-views. This is what a real champion looks like, you fucking goofballs. Of course, you're going to listen to what your heroic wrestling journalists have to say, and you're going to brush me off, but that's the truth of the matter. You look at a guy like Jinder, and that's what a star looks like. Rusev defeated Chad Gable. I can't even believe that they had Chad Gable like beating the shit out of Rusev. If that was the case, they should have just had him win. So Rusev wins by the skin of his teeth. Then he's demanding another match. He says he knows that they gave him CENA, but CENA didn't beat him because nobody could beat Rusev. He just waved his flag around. Really? You know how retarded that fucking sounds? He got beat. He lost. It was like Samoa Joe saying it to Brock Lesnar. You lost. Okay, it's fake and everything, but the thing is, they lost. They need to come up with a better line than that. You didn't beat me. It's in the history books. He beat him. Anybody could go back to the pay-per-view and see that not only was it an emphatic win, that he put him through two tables to win the match. It sounds ridiculous that he's like struggling with Chad Gable after all of this. So Orton comes out. He says you don't want a piece of him. And then he just, he RKs. Rusev starts screaming at him in Russian, which I never understand this. Like, why do they have them cut promos? It was the same thing like Alberto Del Rio. Just like having them talk a foreign language way too much. Then Randy Orton just hits him with the RKO. So this is how we start the feud. You just had Rusev losing to Cena, and you're already going to make him look weak right off the bat. What are these people on when they put this show together? I mean, do they even think like how this makes him look? That maybe it makes him look weak just getting RKO'd like a punk right away? I guess they don't think about that because, I guess they wouldn't be doing it then. They overlooked these simple facts. Then we had our main event. It was NAKAMURPHY beating CENA. And guys, I don't know. You're all happy about this. You're dancing around. You and Meltzer Magoo are, I don't know what you're doing. You're doing your I Love Oriental dance. I don't know what it is. NAKAMURPHY is your Lord and Savior. You love NAKAMURPHY. You worship NAKAMURPHY. If NAKAMURPHY walked into your house, you lay down on the floor and put your nose right on the spot where his boot was, and you'd probably sniff it all day. If NAKAMURPHY took a shit in the bathroom stall and forgot to flush, you'd go in and you'd take his turd and you'd probably put it under glass and put it on your mantle. That's how obsessed you are with this NAKAMURPHY guy. So Shitcake NAKAMURPHY beats Cena. So, and not only does he beat him, but here's this crazy thing about this match. So he kicks out of one attitude adjustment, right? Then Cena hits one attitude adjustment, rolls over, goes for another. Shitcake NAKAMURPHY actually no sells that attitude adjustment. He just got hit with another finishing move. The same move that put The Rock down. He actually manages to get out of it, suplex Cena, then hit a fucking kick on him, and he beats him. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying this simple fact that a guy like NAKAMURPHY, who does have charisma, but can't even fucking speak English, how far do you expect him to go? I keep saying this week after week. And the thing is, he's overrated, guys. He's not that great. He's not amazing. He's not this, enchanting figure. I mean, it's almost like, people can't get over, how amazing this guy is. And it's just that he's not bad. He's not a bad wrestler at all, but he's not that great. I mean, he's not like this wonderful, amazing, guy to come around. Like, people are making like this is the next Rock or the next Stone Cold. Okay, it's like the guy has a good entrance. You like his little gyrations and stuff like that. I get it. I like it too, but you know, beating Cena, and once again, it's like now everybody beats Cena. We used to complain, oh, Cena buries everybody. Oh, does he? Does he? Because the last time I checked, everybody was beating Cena. Kevin Owens beat Cena. We had AJ Styles beating Cena. All these other people beating Cena. Everybody's beating Cena now on the roster. To the point now where beating Cena doesn't really mean like as much as it used to. Because look at Kevin Owens. This guy's not even in the world title picture anymore. I don't know, guys, but I don't know. Shitcake NAKAMURPHY versus Jinder Mahal. And obviously, the thing that kills me is I know that they can't resist. They need to have NAKAMURPHY beat Mahal because, he's unpopular with the hardcore fans. They're not liking Jinder as the champ. And if they give it to Mahal, they'll be praised by the internet. Oh, thank you, Vince, for giving us our, beloved champion. I mean, that should not be the reason they give him the belt, but that will be the reason that they give him the belt. How ridiculous. Wouldn't it make more sense to have Cena go against Jinder and Jinder maybe go over Cena, and that would be a big win for him? I don't get it, but Shitcake NAKAMURPHY just having a match with Jinder, and he's gonna end up beating him. I mean, that's just you're gonna watch like that Jinder did this whole match in the Punjabi prison, and then he's just gonna go on to SummerSlam and lose to NAKAMURPHY of all people. For fuck's sakes, people. Anyway. The show was alright, not fantastic. It was better than Raw. But anyway, guys, this has been your YWC champ. Signing out.